So what is this current situation that is going on in your life right now that you are watching this video wanting some clarity on? Let's see. Let's get into this message for you this morning. So just take a couple of deep breaths, put that into the forefront of your mind. Blue, pink gill and rarity. And as I was getting this card, I kept hearing like, you're being watched. You're being watched, not in a creepy, stalkery way, but that I feel like you are shining, glowing right now. Someone is noticing you, or maybe a group of people are noticing you. Something about you that is standing out to a number of people here. So let's get into the runes to see this current situation. Okay, now this could be down to something that you did out of character, that you took a kind of a leap of faith on doing something, and I feel like it's kind of it's made some waves. People are talking about this. People are seeing you standing tall, being your rare self, your true self, and I feel like people are confused by it. Like what's your secret? How do you do that? How did you manage to do that? Well, the reason is because you've decided to get rid of the distractions. You've moved away from things that are distracting, that are like temptations or compulsions, things that aren't helping you to really bring some forward movement. For some of you, I feel like you've kind of turned down invites, things like that, that just aren't serving a purpose for you, and instead you've been focusing on your work or on a different area of your life. But instead of putting too much of spreading your energy too thinly, you are bringing it in. So it's kind of a different message to yesterday. Then this is down to something that I feel somebody said to you. Like somebody said something to you, they told you something, and it made you go into this introspection. It made you go within and start realizing. Maybe they said something about, well, we feel like you're doing this a lot, or you're doing that a lot, and you're sort of like, no, actually this is who I am, and this is what I need to be doing, where I want to be. We have the Queen of Swords coming out, because in this current situation, the challenge here has always been about communication. It's been about you actually being truthful. And I feel like in the past you didn't know how to even access or acknowledge your own truth, but something in you now is realizing, actually, I need to move forward with truth constantly, and that's shocking people. I feel like that's making people like, whoa, you know, he, she, whoever you are, is like just speaking their truth constantly, and it's having like a ripple effect. I feel like it's making other people start to be a bit more like that in their lives. So you may see people in your life, things changing quite rapidly in their situations, in their relationships or in their jobs, and it's because of something that you've said or done. They're like following suit. I can't not see this. We've got the Ace of Cups on the bottom here, so there's something you're entering into. Now this could be you deepening into something that brings you a lot of emotional fulfillment, or it is like a brand new venture in emotional fulfillment. I'm going to put that down there, and below it was the Ten of Cups as well. This is definitely something that you have been wishing for, hoping for, that is now coming into the forefront, and it's because you've shown just how rare you are. Someone's realizing this. Your strength, your determination, your resilience, but you don't want to keep being this strong, I'm independent, wounded warrior kind of energy. That's not who you feel like you want to be anymore. But you have built this foundation, this strength around you, but you kind of like, you're like, yeah, but I'm not here to carry somebody else emotionally. I'm here to move alongside somebody else emotionally. So what do we have for you around this situation? Any advice, especially with Urus there? Oh, okay, that's interesting. We've got the Two of Cups and the Knight of Swords in the reverse position. There's a lot of sword and cup energy coming out of here. There's a lot of water and air. Now, I don't talk about zodiac signs because we have many different zodiac signs within our charts. So there's a lot of energy, like with this Ace of Cups, there's two on there. There's some kind of union going on here, but it's not happening fast. This is something I feel. So for instance, you know, when you get into a new relationship, it can feel you know, all exciting, all new. There isn't that about this. It feels to me it's all been about truth and about determination, about recognizing and realizing the other options that weren't actually true. But there's something going on here about this union or some kind of collaboration, but it is on it hasn't been spoken about yet, and it's on a real slow and steady. Now I feel like this could involve a masculine that is quite stubborn, that kind of keeps their cards close to their chest. They're not letting out how they feel, but there is a change coming to this. So we've got there's something about the 12th of May I'm feeling from this that could be a significant date in a change in perspective, and all you need to know is to keep moving in this direction of being this rare version of yourself. Like, keep shining, keep bringing that version of yourself forward, and keep staying strong, grounded in your own energy. Now for some of you that actually means, you know, take pride in your environment, take pride in yourself and what you're doing. You know, don't ditch your responsibilities and things to meet somebody else's needs. I feel like this is something that blossoms from you really truly embracing who you are and yourself. The 10 of Pentacles now as well, again, that more wish fulfillment. There's something about family here as well, and having happy families. Okay, so what else do you need to know about this situation? What about your environment? Let's find out about that. What's your environment telling us about this right now? Okay, 7 of Wands. So I feel like you are around the person that is involved in this, but there is no real, like, you're both kind of on a defense or not really speaking about the changes that are happening, the things that are happening. But from what I'm feeling on this is there's somebody pulling on your energy, somebody's really seeing your rarity, the truth coming out in you. They're seeing a side to you I feel like they hadn't really recognized or realized was there before. But you're not talking about this and they're not talking about this. It's like you're both kind of keeping a bit of a defense around things. But you see, I feel like over the past couple of weeks things have started to change. The wheel is turning, and as the wheel turns, we're coming into Beltane soon at the beginning of May, the 1st of May. There's something about that bringing a big shift, and then it'll be like 2 weeks after that that I feel things are going to change quite a lot. I'm actually going to get your third rune out now on this bit, because let's see an outcome for this situation. Communication. It's interesting because remember when the Queen of Swords came out, something has changed in the way that you communicate yourself. And this is what I'm saying is people are noticing how you communicate now. You're being very, very, very truthful and authentic. And I feel like that's refreshing for somebody specific in your life especially. So what's your outcome here with answers? Judgment. So a realization all round, your rarity, your light. I feel like you may have like a baby blue sort of aura as well, like your essence color is blue. That's what it feels like. You may have had that mentioned to you. You might be a healer yourself or your journey has been about finding your voice, finding your communication, your ability to do that. But everything you're doing is aligning you with this, it's almost like acknowledging your higher conscience, your higher self. But there's also somebody else that is doing that too. So it's like you're communicating on a different level. That's what it feels like. Now, there has been quite a bit of, it's almost like you didn't feel you were worthy of this. And I feel like the person that you're involved with as well didn't feel like they were worthy of this. So what else do you need to know? Because now I feel like that's changing. And we have that 10 of Cups again. There is desire, wish fulfillment. Oh my life, I can't make this up. On the bottom there is the Empress as well. So sitting there in that receive. This is a beautiful, beautiful energy for somebody here. I feel you're about to have some kind of union together. This is, get in touch if you want a